I'm not able to be with you today, but you're going to start working on a project that is required for you to graduate and serves as your final exam. So I decided I'd send a video in replace of me. But I will be there on Tuesday where I will talk about this more in depth. So today's really purpose is just for me to introduce the project, and I'll go more in depth later. So first of all, you are going to choose, 1, who you want to work with today, or if you want to do it by yourself, and 2, what topic you want to focus on for this public policy project. And you can pick any topic you want, but it can't be the same topic as another group. So, for example, you could do abortion, you could do gay marriage, you can do an environmental problem, like endangered species. I don't care what the issue is, but I want it to be a project that only your group is working on that topic. And Mr. Trzynski would like you to work on a topic that is not one that you wrote about for economics for his class, and he will be looking at the list of what people signed up for. Mr. Trzynski and I are big fans of recycling, but not in this particular area. You're going to need to do research in order to do this project, and if you look at our schedule for next week, the majority of days next week you're going to get to go to the lab, and I am actually very good at doing research, and I want to teach you some tricks on how to do research for this project on Tuesday. But the deal is that for every one person in your group, you have to have 7 sources. So that means if you have a group of 2, you have to have 14 people, you have to have 14 sources in your project. You can do the math from there. For every one person, 7 sources. So what you should think about is that the more people you add to your group, that doesn't necessarily decrease your research at all. You're still going to have to do a similar amount of research. For the product, you get to sort of show me what Congress or the President and the courts have all done on your issue, as well as which linkage institutions, like things that link the people with national institutions of government, have done on this issue, like interest groups, the media, and political parties. And you can put all that information together in a lot of ways. Like if you wanted to write a formal research paper, you can, but I'm not asking you to do that. Actually, my preferred method of using on this project is to do a wiki, and I will show you how to design a wiki page in which you can have like an introduction to your topic and have these little offshoot pages and hyperlinks on it. But the fact is that the benefit of doing the wiki is that you don't have to write transition statements and have a formal interparagraph and all these things. It's a much more like, boom, this is what you wanted, Abby, type of project. Sometimes people like to do PowerPoint presentations. Sometimes people like to do videos. I'm really open to what your project is going to be, as long as you are meeting the clearly stated objectives that are on the rubric that you're also getting today. But I think it's important for you to play to your strengths. So don't make a video if you're not good at making videos, and don't do something on the computer if you hate computers. But you are going to get time in class to work on this, and you are going to get time to ask me for help. So if you want to do something on the computer, I can help you. I think it's important for you to understand that I have failed people on this project because they cut and paste from the internet into their project, and they don't put quote marks around it, and they pretend it's their own words. And I will bust you for that, and then you will fail government, and you'll take this some other time in your life. Please don't do that. I hate listening to people cry. So just do the work yourself. And if you're quoting from another source and you're putting in your project, put quote marks around it and say where it's from. I will talk more about my expectations for source citations on Tuesday. Lastly, there are 3 things that you have to do today. 1 is that you have to choose your group, or decide that you're going to work by yourself. 2, you have to sign up for an issue with the sub. And 3, you have to start talking with your group about what is your medium for the project. Like, do you want to do a wiki page? Do you want to do a PowerPoint? Do you want to do a video? Start talking about what medium you want, and then start dividing up who's going to research which topics. Like, who's going to look into political parties, and who's going to look into interest groups, and who's going to look into the media, etc. So that if, for example, people had some time to get some work done on this weekend, that they could. You don't have to work on this weekend, but if you don't work on it this weekend when you've got 3 days off, then it means that next week you've really got to be focused like a laser. And some of you are not focused like a laser, and so maybe you need to work 7 days on this project rather than just 4. That's up to you. You're basically adults now. Make your own decision. Again, I'm sorry I can't be with you today. This is going to be a great final way to put all of your information together for government, and I'm excited to talk more with you about it on Tuesday. Bye-bye.